Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 128 for June 27th, 2021. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
How are you? What's the weather like where you are? Is it taps up?
It is. I was wearing sunglasses today in the sun, and I feel as if I can't really see it, but I feel as if I've got a bit of a white mark.
Oh,
could have been worse, actually. Could have been very much worse.
The goggle shadow.
Yeah. Silly suntan gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, I was I went out and mowed the lawn this morning and did not wear sunscreen, and so now I've got the old watch band void, which is not good. So luckily I was wearing a hat though.
Luckily, only a hat.
Just a hat. The neighbours, they were not impressed.
Called the police.
That's right. It was a form-fitting hat. It was started up there and it kind of like it was like a beekeeper's hat.
Right. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Really? Just
a cork hat. It was a cork hat.
It was a cork hat. Yeah.
Just cork hanging.
Yeah. Because you want to like keep the mozzies away.
Yeah. Or you could do like the beads that you get for the beads that you get for doors. A hat.
One of those things. Yeah.
Around instead of corks.
Do you know we were talking about those doors? You don't see them anyway. Apparently, you can still buy them, but the plastic ones you used to always see in the what was that corner shop just down from us? It was the wee shop, but it was the when they went into the back into the storeroom, it was like the kind of ribbon thing, plastic ribbon streamer thing. I always wondered what those for because it's to confuse flies, isn't it? That's the purpose of the beads.
Flies out, but you can also the airflow.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're describing.
I can't believe we're talking about that. Yeah.
To people. Oh my god.
As much use this podcast is about as much use as a bead door in a submarine. There you go. Nice segue.
Back in the day, you would have called this episode "Bead Door," probably.
I would have
realised that was a stupid thing to do.
I know.
On YouTube. Because it meant absolutely nothing.
I know. We used to come up with all these wonderful titles, and then it was like, well, that's not going to be the SEO is going to be for that. Should we talk news? There's not much, but we should talk about it.
Let's...
Cut you off there. Harrison Ford. Bless him. He's in a bit of a tumble. Do you know about this? The story.
I don't know the ends. I know he's done something to his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was doing a fight. So he's 78. Is he 78 now? Yeah. He's 78, and he's doing it. One second. That's why we have cough buttons. So apparently he's doing the old thing.
Slow motion fight scene.
Slow motion fight scene a la the Irishman.
The Irishman.
Yeah. And he put his shoulder out. And so you get the old ambulance called. And the ambulance guy turns and goes, aye man, this looks like a bad one. Better get in the back of the van. Because he's in Newcastle.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what he sounded like. So they're all upset because he's he's the star of the show. He's 78 years of age, and he's a wee bit frail.
He's also having to get surgery for it. Apparently, is the follow-up. Yeah. Now, bearing in mind, most 70-year-olds, if they fell down, 3 steps, they'd probably break a bone. He's in a movie doing a stunt with a stuntman doing a fight scene at 78. Even if I fell down the stairs or something at 48.
Oh, I know.
That's not cool.
I can't fall well anyway. But
never mind fight a stuntman.
He broke his leg. It says here he broke his leg on the set of Force Awakens as well because the hydraulic door closed in on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, God, man. It's like,
it seems to be his new thing to either crash planes or get injured badly on set.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's so apparently he said that let's hope this is a momentary setback for Ford, who at age 78 is in remarkable shape. Well,
He is actually.
he is.
He's in better shape.
He's damn fit.
Yeah, he's in better shape than De Niro. I bet that fight scene's good.
He's in better shape than me.
He's in better shape than me. That's not saying much, but no, he's in good nick.
I'm only assuming it's he doesn't have any vices and he's just takes good care of himself.
Well, he smokes the old.
That was the joke. That was the joke.
Right. But then that's medicinal anyway, isn't it? See?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Old Mary Jane.
Yeah. It's legal here
must be fit as a fiddle.
in Canada.
Of course, that's what it is.
Dispensaries are going up everywhere. We drove down past the falls today, and it's like cannabis dispensary this way. It's like it's almost like you come across the bridge, which is, by the way, it's called. I swear to God, it's true. It's called the Rainbow Bridge, and it links up with Highway 420. I mean, come on, seriously. It's just funny. Anyways, there's big signs up saying cannabis dispensary this way and buy your cannabis here because it's right beside New York State. So they're coming across from New York State to, well, they would be, but pandemic. But I think they're making it legal as well, New York.
Are they?
Yeah.
I mean, it is good for you. It is good for you. It does have medicinal purposes and stuff. I actually bought the hemp oil that you can get.
Yeah.
And you put it under your tongue because it's meant to be really good for like anxiety and stuff like that.
It's the active ingredient, and again, I'm not a
CB.
That's the one.
Yeah.
There's THC or TCH. I don't know which one it is, and then the other one is a CBT thing of it, and I think that's the one that's the more medicinal one. But you can get it with a certain like per volume taken out of one or the other one.
Yeah. Basically, the oil doesn't have the high part. It's got the medicinal part, but not the high part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it much. I keep forgetting.
So I'm assuming because he's on. Well, the other thing as well is he's probably better off taking that than the other option, which is a heroin-based substitute,
morphine,
which is what you end up getting addicted to. That's what most people get addicted to when they get. When did we become the drug podcast? This is light entertainment, damn it. Anyway, he's probably better off smoking a couple of.
He'll pull through basically
cigarettes. Yeah. Good luck to you, Harris.
A few toots.
A
few toots, and he'll be fine.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, in other news, cinema's back, baby. Thanks to
back here for some time, but anyway.
No, well okay. Done. But no, as in the big tentpole movies are back. That's what they're saying because it's not just because I think cinemas have been back in the US for a while as well.
The blockbusters,
the tentpole movies, the big kahunas,
summer
things.
Blockbusters.
Yeah. So Fast 9 is back. Fast 9 got released. It did 70 million domestic, and it's done 404 million worldwide.
Good. That's good for it.
During a pandemic, that's not bad. Apparently, it's the strongest opening since Force Awakens.
Is it? Really? Mm-hmm. Apparently, it's absolutely awful as well.
Don't you shut your mouth.
Apparently, it's absolutely terrible.
No.
You're not having it?
I refuse to believe that. I think it'll be amazing. I think it'll be amazing. Although The Rock isn't in it, and Jason Statham's not in it because what's his face? Roman, the guy that plays Roman, he doesn't like The Rock. Right. I think he's the only person on the planet who doesn't like The Rock, but okay.
Why does he not like The Rock?
I don't know. I think he's too showboaty. Showboaty.
I think when
showboaty McBoatface.
I think when he wants to, he can really act. The old
I think he can.
Dwayne.
Yeah,
Johnson.
Dwayne T. Rock Johnson. Yeah, I think he's really good. I think he does it like the Jumanji movies where he plays the old folk in it. Really good in it. As is Kevin Hart as well.
I mean, exactly.
And
He's good at comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Good at comedy. He's good at serious stuff. He's good at action, obviously. No, he's an all-rounder. He can sing. He did Moana.
He can sing, exactly. Yeah, he did. You're welcome.
He's like Ryan Reynolds or something. Not Ryan Reynolds. Ryan
Gosling.
Another Ryan Gosling. Yeah, he's an all-rounder.
Or Hugh Jackman.
Yes, he's an all-rounder.
Yep.
Zac Efron.
Efron. Yep.
He's an all-rounder.
He's a fantastic actor. Zac Efron. He's really good.
The only thing he's not done is an action movie. I don't think. That I can think of.
Baywatch? Would you call that an action movie?
Nah, it's more of a
bit of a comedy. I suppose. Yeah. He's done documentary as well, Zach.
He did. He produced it and narrated. What was it again?
I can't remember what it's called. It was like Around the World in 80 Zacks or something. But he takes
this guy. I started watching that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's okay.
The Iceland one.
There's a bit in it. So those ones are really good, but there's a bit in it where he goes to Panama, I'm going to say, or Costa Rica, somewhere in Central America anyway. And he gets in tow with these guys, and you're going, this is clearly a cult.
Oh, really? I'm not got that far in it.
Yeah. No,
is that Netflix?
It's a great episode. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a great series, but yeah, that episode is like, I don't know, man. This feels like a cult.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I only watched the Iceland one because I've been there, and I thought, I've been there. I've seen that.
He goes to Blue Lagoon.
He does. Well, he gets
a fish and chips for his wife, and he gets a sausage supper for himself. That's a Glasgow joke. No, that's a Glasgow joke. Blue Lagoon.
Oh yeah, okay, right. That's a chip shop in Glasgow.
Yes. Which I'm looking forward to when I go back, whenever that is.
The chippy, aye.
I've not had a sausage supper in 6 years.
Aye. Yeah. So it was 2015. 2015.
2015, yeah. Yeah, August 2015.
6 years.
It was. What's that? Well, yeah, August.
You said no.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's good news though. The Fast and Furious is like the tentpole movies are back. Bad news though is that Dune has been pushed back from its October 1st rescheduled date. It's been bumped for a Clint Eastwood movie. I can't remember what the Clint Eastwood movie is called, but it's been bumped back to the 22nd.
All right, the same month?
Yeah, it's the same month, but it's just a little bit later.
It's not too bad.
So it's not too bad, but I was like, kind of wanted to,
Yeah, I've had time to see it. It's been bumped a few times now. So.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned that it might get overshadowed by another big epic sci-fi space opera thing that's coming out as well on Apple TV, which is Foundation.
What is that?
Which is it's this year, some point.
What is it again?
Foundation? Oh, it's Isaac Asimov, his Foundation series.
Right, is this right? Okay, I think this is the one I've seen. Did the trailer not come out for this about 2 years ago?
I think so. Yeah.
Visually stunning.
Lee Pace is in it. The guy that plays Ronan the Accuser. He's in it. Jared Harris, friend of the show. He's in it.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's the thing, and I thought it was out. I thought it came out ages ago. It looks incredible.
Yeah. It really does. It looks stunning. And it's got like a huge there's some newcomers in there, but there's also obviously those two guys as well. So it looks flipping amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing it, and I'll be keeping my Apple Plus subscription just for that show.
Yeah. But yeah, Dune. I'm glad it's coming out in the cinema because it's going to be one of those ones you've got to go and see in the pictures.
Yeah.
Epic sci-fi.
I might watch it over there and crank up the volume though.
Yeah. So is that coming out on demand as well? Or is it one of those ones that's
I think
cinema only?
I think it might be. It's going to come out on HBO Max because it's Warner Brothers.
Oh, of course, that's right. Yeah, they said about that, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go and see the pictures, definitely.
Yeah, because I think it'll probably be on Sky Atlantic then.
It'll be on demand here.
Oh, will it? Okay. Yeah, it'll be on Crave here.
It'll be pay-per-view Sky Movies.
I wouldn't want to watch it in like a 30-inch TV. Like, I think that's just that's just not good. It's not going to be good.
No, even the cinema, and we've got the projector and stuff.
Yeah.
But I want to. Do you know, like I was saying before, it's the sound as well. It's the surround sound and all that as well. Like we've spoke about this before. But yeah.
Oh, it does make a cinema. And then finally for news, this is something that you brought to our attention. So Liam Neeson's confused.
Liam Neeson is confused.
Why is Liam Neeson confused?
He's confused because there's so much Star Wars content coming out. He just can't handle it.
Okay. I mean,
this was a story.
There is, but there isn't at the same time.
Well, I would say if you're not following exactly what's going on and everything that's coming out, and you might think, oh God, is everything linked? Do I need to watch everything? But it is all linked, but you don't need to watch everything. But you don't need to, you can watch Solo, a Star Wars movie, but if you haven't watched other things, then you're going to miss out, obviously.
Yeah, the whole big reveal.
The animated stuff, the Darth Maul stuff, you'll miss out. And that is confusing for people, which we spoke about before.
Yeah.
But you can still enjoy it as a standalone.
Hey, I don't mind Solo, a Star Wars story. I think it's it's an action adventure. It doesn't make much sense. Everybody's great in it.
I know.
Make another one.
There is a petition going on, for Solo 2. I think they'll probably have those characters back, but in a Disney Plus series.
Oh, you think?
Because Lando's coming out as a Disney Plus series.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So who knows?
Okay.
Maybe that will be the sequel. The unofficial sequel to Solo.
I kind of want the Lando series to be like young Indiana Jones, where there's an old guy sitting in a room, narrating the start of the story, and then it cuts to the younger version of him.
So it won't be Donald Glover then?
I don't see why it can't be Donald Glover.
But you could still watch him because I thought he was. I really liked it. It could be Billy D talking about his.
And then there's the kind of cut to Childish Gambino.
It's Donald Glover because he was really great in that movie, and it was a really good fit, as Lando. So I hope it's going to be him again.
There's all these connected things though, because you've got Donald Glover, who was in Community, and Community was scored by what's his name?
The
Ludwig Göransson.
Who, by the way, produces and does all the music for Childish Gambino.
Ah,
he's the
main
collaborator.
Dude. Right. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
When he's not scoring movies. Yeah.
Okay. That's what he's doing.
Very, very cool guy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get that you can I think everything that Dave Filoni's working on, I think, is all connected. So it's kind of like a Dave Filoni universe thing going on. As far as the Acolyte
Dave Filoni,
one,
Dave Filoni, John Favreau.
Jane Filoni.
The variant.
Yes, the variant. Nice. I understand that reference. Yeah, the Acolyte one, I don't think is related because I think that's Kathleen Kennedy's show, the Acolyte one. But the Rangers of the New Republic, that's going to be Dave Filoni as well.
That's gone.
If it ever comes out.
Apparently that's gone.
Well, Kara's not gone completely.
No?
Because Disney has put her forward for an award. It's a Golden Globe or an Emmy or something.
Yeah, I know, but apparently they do that. I think everybody in the cast has been put forward.
Oh, okay.
I think it's one of those ones where...
She's also a Lego minifig
Mm-hmm.
In an upcoming set.
Oh, is she?
Yep. Fact.
Because remember she got taken off the poster and she was replaced
I have pictures.
by Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah. There you go. Cara Dune. Right. Fennec Shand.
Well, do you remember I bought the 3 3/4 inch figure of Cara Dune?
Yeah.
And I got her for about, I don't know, 15 quid or something.
Yeah.
And now that figure is worth like 30-40 quid.
Oof. That's
already.
Good. There you go. Yeah. Winner, chicken dinner.
In fact, I was in Smith's toy store yesterday. Oh my god, the stuff they've got in there. They've got Lando, they've got Grief Cargo. They had, oh god, what's the wee guy, the wee Argonaut guy?
Quill.
Yeah, the 3 3/4 inch figures. I was like, gang.
Oh really?
I want to, complete the set because I've got Mando and I've got Gina.
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune. I want to get a full set.
Yeah.
20 quid each though, those figures.
It's a lot. I mean, if you buy one every couple of months, you get the full set.
Yeah.
Get the full set. That's you done.
Be nice to kind of
yeah.
Stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. Quite fancy. There's also another set out as well, which is not the full version of it, but it's a version of it, and that is Slave One. It's the new Lego Slave One set, but it's got Dad Bod Boba.
How's that Dad Bod Boba?
Because he's got black.
Oh, right, okay.
He's got black and he's got the yellow thing there, and his armor's a little bit better.
It should have a wee bit of material around him so it looks like the kind of kilt type thing he wears.
Yeah. But yeah, Mando's got his wee Beskar spear thing there. And it comes with a little carbonite thing.
Only $50.
Yeah. $50. That's Canadian as well, I think. Oh no, it's US.
Is that not incredibly cheap? It was quite small, wasn't
it? Yeah, I think it is quite small because there's the size of the minifig, so it's probably only about like that size.
No.
About maybe 6 inches.
Yeah. Still, it does the job.
Yeah.
That's a cheap set for what it is.
Yeah. It looks pretty good.
That'll be a Christmas present, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Why? So yeah, that's the news. Did you have anything else to add?
One more thing.
I will I'll put solo layout.
Yeah, we do the Obi-Wan watch every week.
Yeah.
And in the papers, Obi-Wan is at.
Oh. You want to move it over to your right a wee bit?
Oh, that way.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He's filming 60 miles away from his home, nearly said planet, hometown of
Creef.
Creef, yeah.
Creef.
And he's at Loch Law, I think it is.
Oh, aye. I know it well.
There's a big dam there he's filming, and I'm assuming that Canon is not part of the
Canon
Loch Law's security
Yeah.
The dam. I'm assuming that's part of a
Do you remember?
Star Wars set.
Do you remember Palatoy, Kenner, whoever it was, came out with these vehicles that weren't ever used? Like they, oh no, I don't have it over here just now. I need to get a display set up again. They used to come out with these vehicles that hadn't been used, and one of them was it was like two big track wheels and like a platform that you could put two figures in, but the wheels could like bend down and go flat, but it was like spring loaded, but it just looked kind of weird.
Aye.
I
I
just
think they
wonder if
brought
it's
them out for Empire and Star in Return
yeah,
of the Jedi, didn't they?
yeah,
Chicken walker type thing and stuff.
yeah, but it wasn't a chicken walker. It was like it was on big track wheel type things. I'll look out and see if I can if I remember. I'll put it on Facebook. The link is up there, up there, to the Facebook page. But yeah, I'm wondering if that's from one of them because it looks a bit like another vehicle that came out. Because he's done it before.
Yeah,
Did it with the transporter.
well, it did. Yeah, that's right. The Mandalorian second season had the troop transporter that was never in. It was a toy that was never in
In the first season, wasn't
it?
The bit with
it
the
might
all
have been the first season as well.
Yeah.
But it was you know, in the spotlight in the second season because they actually drove it and had a gunfight
with
it.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool because we had that toy and we were disappointed at the time because it wasn't. We're like, that wasn't in the movies.
Yeah.
What that for?
I know. And then years later, boom shakalaka. I know, it was good. It was great seeing it though. Because you're like, aha! I know what that is.
Brilliant.
Shall we talk about what we watched, played, and all that kind of stuff?
Okay.
So, what you watching?
Not a lot actually, because mainly we've been watching either football, right?
Football,
because it's the Euro 2020. So even though we're in 2021, I'm watching a lot of football because it's good actually. I do like a big tournament at the minute, even though Scotland are out now. I still like that. And politics, the news has been quite funny because Matt Hancock's resigned. So that's been hilarious as well.
Well, he's had his half hour.
Oh, I'll tell you, Hancock's half hour. That's a really up-to-date joke, that.
I know, it really is. Q said
James the pulse.
Yeah.
Finger in the pulse stuff.
Has nobody made that joke?
So that's been pretty funny. Oh no, the headlines were like Matt finished and all that, and you know, Hancock. Brilliant. Matt finished. I think was my favourite.
Matt finished is good.
Yeah. So that was funny watching all that play out. And do you know what I watched as well because of that? Do you remember Little Britain, the clips? And it was the politician and his wife and the kids standing at the gates of his house saying, you know, I was driving at 3 a.m. in the morning and I saw a hitchhiker and I decided to pick him up as he was part of the constituency. I reached for a Murray Mint and accidentally fell on a part of his body with my mouth open. And that is the end of the matter. You know, it's like, could you give my family privacy at this difficult time? It was a bit like that, you know.
There's a bit in the thick of it, I think it is, where the conservative spin doctor guy goes, do you remember that? Do you remember that? Your wife and kids smiling like jackals?
Yeah.
Because they all got that kind of...
I mean, it's
left her, hasn't he? He's left his wife for the woman he had the affair with.
That's the part that annoyed me. They never even mentioned his wife. He never mentioned his wife. He just said, you know, I've broken COVID rules and all that. And he never said about his wife once. I thought he's got a wife and 2 kids, this woman. And he's never said an apology or nothing. I've let the country down. I've let people down. That's what he said.
I've let random people in the street down. Well, he sounds like a delightful chap.
Oh,
and he was health sec, wasn't he?
Yeah. Aye, so he was giving out all these rules, and then
yeah, and then
Anyway,
scofflowing
let's not get
them.
political. But it was funny. I thought it's lovely. It's great seeing this. The House of Cards all collapsing.
Yeah. So I take it you watched Loki?
Yeah, I watched Loki.
Wasn't that the best episode of Doctor Who you've never seen?
That's exactly what I said. It's so Doctor Who. Even the dialogue was Doctor Who.
The dialogue was very Doctor Who. The whole situation was very Doctor Who. Being trapped on an alien planet that looked very much like a quarry was very Doctor Who.
So
the grading, Doctor Who. His lines, very Doctor Who. It could have been Dave Tennant. It could have been Matt Smith.
It certainly couldn't have been Jodie Whittaker because there's a definite lack of personality, I think, with the Loki variant, and I think her dialogue was terrible as well.
Yeah,
this character get built up in the first and second episode.
Yeah,
to become a really boring conversation. Why wasn't that episode more interesting though?
Maybe she'll be. I don't know. I thought it was. So I liked it. I liked that episode. I thought it moved the story on along. There was some interesting things. It proved something that I thought.
Well, that's the only interesting part about it. I'm assuming you're talking about
where where the snow globe came from and all the rings on the table. So,
but anyway, it was okay.
One thing right.
It was
a show.
Total Doctor Who.
It was, but to be honest,
thing.
if that had been an episode of Doctor Who, would you not have really raved about that being one of the best episodes of Doctor Who?
Nah.
Really? I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. Tell you something. I'm not gonna miss Bradley Walsh doing his. The problem with you lot is. Yeah, he goes. The problem with you lot is you're sitting here in your ivory towers and you're telling everyone else what to do, how to live, and you don't even know what you're doing. That's every single episode he was in. Did you know watch the Jodie Whittaker Doctor? I quite like it as well, but I don't think it's
watch the first series, but a lot of people it got a little bit political and a little bit kind of right on and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a bit preachy, But,
very preachy. Well, especially that character as well, because it just became this kind of shouting at authority figures who don't know. I mean, the thing is that nobody knows, and you're shouting at people because they don't know. They're just trying to do their job. Probably. Anyway, let's not dwell with who did what to who. So yeah, I watched it. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next episode. I take it you were like, well, this is just like a little intermezzo.
Yeah, I think so. So. Although the way the first two episodes were leading, I thought it might have been a bit more interesting. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it was as interesting as it could have been.
I loved it.
But anyway, that's just me.
I liked him singing his Norwegian song.
I quite liked that. I watched The Bad Batch, obviously.
I'm interested to see what you think about that.
Which I really enjoyed that episode.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that one, and I enjoyed the last one as well.
I can see things starting to kind of like.
Me too.
Come together a little bit.
I like the way it's going. Yep. Yeah.
Yep. How are you feeling about Omega?
Much the same. A little. Well, I think this episode did her a good service, though. But
so it was nice seeing Cad Bane again in the episode. It was nice seeing his wee droid played by what's his name? Seth Green. And
was it?
Yeah, and Ming-Na Wen as well, reprising a role as Fennec Shand, who's not a baddie.
Yeah, that was all good. I really liked it. I liked the episode. I liked that wee robot. I thought it was pretty cool.
He was really good. He was using his leg as a crutch at one point. I was like, that's brilliant. That's so cute.
It was cool. I liked that. Yeah.
And the Snokes in a jar thing as well. That was cool.
Is that what? Yeah, was that?
I don't think it was Snokes. I don't think it was Snokes in a jar, but it's definitely the cloning. The whole cloning thing is key to everything in the Filoni universe. I think,
which is good. They're doing that.
It's nice consistency.
The Snokes in a jar when the jar exploded and the thing fell out, it looked more like a grey alien though with the eyes.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's the same thing as the Kaminoans. They're not all the same because the Prime Minister doesn't look like the other ones because he's got like a fin.
Aye. It wasn't one of them because it didn't have a big long neck, did it?
No, it didn't. No, but the thing is that the Kaminoans have been genetically. I read it up on Wikipedia, so this isn't me making guesses. This is like what the page told me. They didn't all look like that. They didn't always look like what they look like now with the tall necks and the small heads. They came from kind of diverse places, but because they genetically modified the planet and they genetically modified themselves, they basically destroyed the planet, which is why it's water world, and how they look now. Because they're geneticists, they like tinkering with themselves, and so they tinkered with the genetic code, and that's what changed them. So, that could have been a previous version of a Kaminoan because it's an old facility that they avoided, they abandoned. But it looked like Bespin, though.
I thought it was Bespin.
Yeah, which made me think: is Bespin also an old facility that has been repurposed by somebody?
Yeah, I thought it was Bespin, but then I thought it can't be Bespin.
It wasn't.
Well, wait a minute. What's the position? Where's Bad Batch in the timelines between A New Hope and
the Clone Wars,
3, isn't it?
No. Yes. It's after the Clone Wars. So the Clone Wars have ended. The Empire has come into power, and long live the Empire. And that's the point where the Clone Wars starts. So at the very, very end of Revenge of the Sith.
So Vader's kicking about.
Vader's kicking about.
Is that the timeline? Maybe Liam Neeson's right.
How? What do you mean?
The timelines can be a bit confusing.
You think? I don't know if they can be. I mean, okay, yeah, they can be. That's. I mean, I don't think in this case it's that confusing. I don't think.
But I'm sure we would have seen Vader, surely.
Why?
No, wait a minute, Clone Wars.
No, because okay, so the story about Vader though is the Emperor puts him in that prison because that's basically what the suit is. It's a prison. It's supposed to like stop him from using his full Jedi powers because he's actually quite scared of Anakin because he thinks he's going to kill him. So he puts him in there so he can restrict his movement and all that kind of stuff. And he basically sends him on wild goose chases for a while.
No, wait a minute. The Bad Batch is set between. I can't believe we're having this online. This conversation. The Bad Batch is set.
We should have sorted this out before.
Episode 2 and Episode 3.
No, it isn't.
Because it's during the Clone Wars. Oh no, it isn't. It's after Order 66.
It's after Order 66.
Oh, for God's sake! So it is. That was how it started, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, okay. I'm back.
Master Skywalker.
Yes. Right.
It's right after. It's at the very, very end of Revenge of the Sith when he says, "The new Galactic Empire."
Yeah.
That bit.
Yes.
That's when the Bad Batch starts.
Yeah. So that's exactly when it is, right?
Aye.
Straight after, directly after Episode 3. That's right.
Boom. That it goes directed by George Lucas, and he goes, wait a minute there, and then it just starts up the Bad Batch. Actually, there's a little bit of an overlap, but yeah, it's at that point.
Yeah, so Vader will still be kind of wobbling about, and he's
getting used to his legs and wondering how a lightsaber works now and all that kind of stuff, and swimming in a bacta tank, all that kind of stuff.
Aye.
So he's not going to be.
Right. Thank God we cleared that up.
He's not going to be a threat.
Very painful.
Maybe
that was probably very painful for everybody there. Sorry.
And my guess is Episode 14 will introduce Vader at the very end.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
he'll be the big bad for season 2, because he was the Emperor's enforcer for a while, not his like right hand man. Anyway, so is that all you've? Is that summation of what you've worked on?
We watched what we've worked on. We watched me and Danny watched Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, did you? It's not a tumor.
Friday, and and he loved it.
That's good.
So it was great.
The kid's not called Danny, is he?
Oh God, don't ask me, because I wasn't really watching it, but I was watching it, but you know,
I wasn't
watching it, but I wasn't, you know, there wasn't much of a story there.
Okay.
It's nuts at the beginning of that movie as well, Arnie. Shoots up all these people without even asking any questions. It's crazy.
You remember he just grabs that guy and uses him as a human shield, and he's just a commuter in Total Recall.
Yeah, it's all that stuff. Oh well, yeah. Bonkers. Anyway, I don't know. It was okay. I've been watching. I'm watching that Being a God in Central Florida as well, Becoming a God, and that's a great thing. And I've never heard anyone talk about that show before.
No,
it's on Netflix, and it's fantastic.
I didn't even know it was a thing. Because you mentioned
it's great.
Last week.
Kirsten Dunst. It's great. We're nearly finished it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's been really good. And I've been watching Anthony Bourdain, the chef guy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, but he did a lot of great shows. And he's on Prime, and I think he's on Netflix as well. And he goes to all these kind of places that nobody really goes to taste their food. And it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's a great show. Cool. He's a great host. Yeah.
Well, he's in The Big Short, explaining something in The Big Short about. He explains it with like fish guts and stuff, but so instead of getting a nice stew, you're getting a week old haddock. So nice. I watched that this week again, and I watched Paper Tiger again. The Bill Burr live in the Royal Albert Hall.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Is that the black and white one?
No. It's the colour one. Yeah, it's colour. And then I watched on Friday night our Bond movie. We're doing the whole Sean Connery thing. So, of course, the next one in the series is Goldfinger. It's a great wee movie as well. Honestly, Sean Connery. This is what the third movie we've been watching now. Is it the third? We've got Spy Love Me. Spy Love Me. Dr. No from Russia with Love. Yeah, and then Goldfinger. Yeah. Sorry, it was Dr. No, wasn't it? It was the first one. Yeah, Dr. No, Russia with Love, Goldfinger. Yeah, and then the next one's Thunderball. And so far, 3 out of 3. Great movies.
If I was asked to put them in order, I wouldn't have got them right. I thought Dr. No was the first, or Thunderball was the first.
No, Dr. No was the first James. Well, the first Eon produced Doctor No movie. The first Eon produced James Bond was Doctor No, but the first James Bond movie was Casino Royale with David Niven.
Oh yeah.
We also watched Why Women Kill season 2. I can't remember what episode we're on, but it's heating up. It's good. Alison Tolman's still great in it. Nick Frost is just amazing in it. Great show. And I also started watching Silicon Valley again. This week was a more kind of filler than this. There's not a lot that I'm wanting to see on TV just now, so I'm kind of like catching up on little bits and pieces of. Oh, I liked the bit where they went to TechCrunch Disrupt. So so I'm going to watch that episode of Silicon Valley. So it's been kind of all over the place watching stuff. But yeah, I've been playing
hundreds of stuff out there. So
I know, but it's just it's am I willing to invest time in this thing? I don't know if I want to watch it. But I have been playing Game Builder Garage though, and that's been really good. It's really good. It's so good. I'm just going through the tutorials just now. There's like 7 hours of tutorials. So I think I'm like halfway through now. It's great.
Committed for that.
Yeah, and there's quizzes in there as well, so they won't let you move on to the next bit until you've fixed the programming problems. So they basically give you homework. It's
good,
freaking amazing. It's a great wee game. Can't recommend it enough. And that's it. That's all I got. That was almost 45 minutes. Darn it.
Yeah.
There was something else I watched and I can't remember, but I'll put it in next week's show if I do remember. But yeah, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Any announcements you want to make?
Not really.
Okay. Do you need the toilet?
Yes.
Okay. All right. If you like this episode, please smash the like button and share if you are on YouTube. If you are listening to it as a podcast, then if you give us 5 stars on iTunes and submit a review, that would be fantastic as well. Thank you. And if you want timely reminders on YouTube when we put a new video out, then you can smash that subscribe button, which is just down there, and the notification bell as well. And you will get timely reminders of when we put a new video up, which is tomorrow, Monday. 10 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I guess it is, because we will be doing a reaction video for Loki episode 3, which Jodie was like, and Bad Batch episode 9, I think it is, which I was like, yeah. So, with all that being said, we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching and listening.